So here we have our first reading comprehension passage, and I request the student to first go through the entire passage from the first line to the last line before he takes the first question. So he can pause the video, go through all the questions, and then come back here again. So let's start with, I will read the passage for you first. Chimps and children, girls and Greeks, the ethologists go their merry way. The ethologists are the ones, they study human behavior. Please understand, ethologists study human behavior. Okay, that is what we have. So ethologists study human behavior, right? Chimps and children, girls and Greeks, the ethologists go their merry way, comparing bits of human cultural behavior with bits of genetically programmed animal behavior. So this is the first sentence of the passage, and it starts with chimps and children, girls and Greeks, the ethologists go their merry way. I find a bit of sarcasm here. True, humans are animals. They share certain anatomical features with other animals, and sometimes of human behavior may seem analogous. And some items of human behavior may seem analogous to the behavior of other animals. But this is a very, very important junction. The moment you come across words like these, you have to hold on for a while, right? But such analogies can seriously mislead if we fail to look at the context of a particular item of behavior. Thus, one ethologist compares the presentation of a twig by a cormorant is a bird. It's a kind of a bird. Just keep this in mind. It's not necessary from comprehension perspective, but it's a bird. It's a kind of a bird, right? Thus, one ethologist compares the presentation of a twig by a cormorant with gift giving in humans. Yet, the cormorant, so basically, one ethologist does this, right? Yet, the cormorant's twig presentation simply inhibits attack. Inhibits basically means to inhibit basically means to discourage, right? So the word inhibit, I will write the meaning of the word here. The word inhibit, mm, the word inhibit means discourage. So it's difficult for me to write here, but you can understand the word inhibit means discourage. You can keep this in mind. uh, Twig presentation simply inhibits attack and is comparable to other appeasement rituals found in many species. Human gift giving differs in form and purpose not only from culture to culture but within the same culture in various social contexts. So, human gift giving differs not only from culture to culture but also within the culture. This is what the author says, right? Thus, ethologists can accomplish little beyond. So, basically, the author says ethologists can accomplish little beyond reminding us that we are animals until they study humans as cultural beings. So, what the author is trying here, the author is basically focusing on ethologists, and his attitude is negative. From where do we come to know about the negative attitude of the author? We come to know from the last line. Thus, ethologists can accomplish little beyond reminding us that we are animals until they study humans and cultures. So, once we read the paragraph, we come to know that the paragraph is all about ethologists. So, what do they do? And the author disagrees with the ethologists on certain points, right? So, let's look at the first question. The author is primarily concerned with one of the most typical reading comprehension question. What is the author primarily concerned with, right? Usefulness of ethology. How can this be the answer? The author has at the end says ethologists can accomplish little. Then how can we say that the author is primarily concerned with usefulness of ethology? This option go out because the author's concern is not usefulness. Had it been the usefulness, then he would not have mentioned the ethologists in such a negative light, right? So it goes out. Objecting to the degradation of humanity. Now, are we discussing degradation of humanity? We are discussing basically Human gift giving, right? If you must have come across the term, look at this here, human gift giving. If human gift giving is the concern of the passage, gift giving is the concern in humans of the gift giving in humans is the concern of the passage, how can we say degradation of humanity is the concern of the passage? This again goes out. This is nowhere mentioned in the passage, right? It goes out. So again we come down to pointing out the dangers. In he is not pointing out the dangers, man. You will not come across a single danger in the entire passage. Read the whole passage and check if there is a single danger. We don't see any kind of danger, right? So this too goes out. And then we have refuting the idea that appeasement rituals in human cultural behavior can profitably subject to ethologies. Now the problem is he see the we have two very close options. One is option D and the other is option E, right? Look at these two options. Now, refuting the idea that the appeasement rituals in human cultural behavior can be profitably subjected to. Now, the focus of the passage is not appeasement rituals. The focus of the passage is that you cannot compare human behavior with animal behavior. Look at the first line of the passage. The first line says, chimps and children, girls and Greeks, the ethologists go their merry way, comparing bits of human cultural behavior with bits of genetically programmed animal behavior. The paragraph starts with comparing human cultural behavior with animal behavior, and the author says in the end, ethologists can accomplish little, right? So basically, the focus of the passage is not about appeasement rituals. Appeasement ritual is just a small part of the entire story. The bigger part is option E, and therefore option E is the right answer. We say in reading comprehension that you must look for the broader aspect. The broader aspect of the passage is that the human behavior, the human behavior is being compared with animal behavior, right? And that is what the first line says. The theologists go their merry way comparing bits of human, and then author says true humans are animals, they share certain anatomical features, but such analogies can seriously mislead, right? The author says such analogies can seriously mislead, right? So that means until here the author is talking about the analogy part, right? And then he gives one minor example of appeasement, which is just the small unit of the entire big idea, which is basically you just cannot compare animal behavior with human behavior, right? So option D is wrong, and we have option E as the best choice and the right choice of the passage, right? So here we have option E as the right choice. Correct. Let's go to the next question of the same passage.